We might completely stop everything that we're doing right now in the studios, and what if we were to partner up with NASA, SpaceX and all these, and we will go to Mars? I'm not saying we will move to Mars, but meaning like start working on that project, and then that's what we're going forward to. Just
yeah, so I guess you're like a bunch of whips and stuff, so yeah.
I will lose it.
I feel like I'm so far away from you.
Yeah, come closer. So what's up? Why are we meeting tomorrow?
To go to the sheet.
Oh yeah? Is that right? Upfront and tell them that this is your accountability session where we're going to go over all these things and everything and see how you practice. And then here's the thing, and don't worry if it's going to be bad, it's going to be bad. And we know where we are, but if you don't know where we are, then you don't know how to improve it. The first one is really just to see what you have accomplished. You might see results, you might not, but you can say. But
Makes you train multiple times a week for
yeah,
an hour.
but first agree with them and say them. Oh, $30, oh that's great. Then why are you here? You know, just ask them, and it's fine. They're gonna like this because they're obviously here for some reason. So you need to find out. You know what I mean? They might say, "Well, I didn't like the trainer." Okay, so then now you know it's not about that. Really about that.
Yeah.
The price. It's really about. I mean, it doesn't matter anymore that it was 35. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because now they are here. So who cares? You know what I mean? But the reason why you keep asking them, so then they like qualify you in their mind. So you ask them, okay, so why are you here? Because 35 seems like a pretty good deal to me. You know, it's what is it? It's personal training, and then you can get into it more. Like, you know, it takes every day. Oh, you went every day. Yeah, here is only 2 times a week, and you get more out of it. You know what I mean? Like connected.
Well, I mean, usually based off of like.
Yeah. What do you hear the most?
No. I was gonna say like based off of like the consultation training process and everything. I usually would already have all that information by the time I go over the pricing sheet. So I usually do that at the end.
Okay, so then, but do they ever bring up the price? Like, when was the last time, or what's the most common to you?
Usually, like, they usually don't. Like, if they have trained at another gym, they usually don't.
Yeah, usually they don't, because then they compare it to like personal training and not to a gym membership.
Right.
So, but even when they bring up to gym membership, that's a tougher one because then it's like, let's say $10 a month, right?
Yeah.
Versus $600 a month.
Yeah.
It's a huge difference.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is all you get out of it. I mean, you didn't get any of this at the gym membership.
Right.
But that's what you need to understand, and I see the consultations all the time. That these people, when they do the consultation that's out on Amazon there, these people are comparing it to that, and they don't understand what's the difference. They're like, oh, and they literally say, well, thank you for your time, but I think I'm just going to join a gym where I can do it myself. And I'm like, well, you can do all this yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, and then what? They don't have this workout either.
Exactly.
So that time they compare it to that. Yeah. But anyways, we are
internet now.
We are personal trainers, and it's for gym owners or whatever. So we're in this. So my internet, when you go up, is completely different than what you see, because this is what I'm into. When Prada goes up, all she sees is shoes. You know what I mean? when you go on, you see X, Y, and Z, and when Tommy goes on, all you see is hot oiled up guys, and then like, you know, all these things. So the internet is completely customized. So the point is that these women, if they are like into fat loss, then be competing against the fat loss girls, just like you said. Because and if they clicked on it once and never clicked on us, you know, then they're gonna win. Yeah. So that's why I need this content and share and people engage, because then they can compete.
We can compete with them. Yeah. You already answered this briefly, but what is your plan, vision for the company? And I'm going to combine this with something else.
Remember, just like a railroad that we talked about, so it's a huge thing, so it's global, not just like we're just doing this EMS right now.
So you want to, okay.
And it's not
just
different
100
studios.
Yeah.
That's
way more than just the goal.
one piece of it.
That's just the next goal.
Yeah, and then who knows, maybe it won't be even studios. So what if in the next 3 years when we have like 20 or 30 studios, just like Amazon changed the market and you know like so many shops closed down, brick and mortar. So what if that's not going to be the answer? Then we change our plan, of course. Our goal will be the same, put us up on obesity and revolutionize the industry, right? And go into we might completely stop everything that we're doing right now in the studios. And what if we were to partner up with NASA, SpaceX and all these, and we will go to Mars? I'm not saying we will move to Mars, but meaning like start working on that project. And then that's what we're going forward to. Just saying the point is obesity will be everywhere, not just here. But we never know what direction we need to go, but the goal will be the same. Revolutionizing the industry and the putting us up on obesity. whatever it takes.
That's all my questions. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So how did you like the answers?
I love it. Yeah. The number one thing is that you like impressed me more. Like I thought I knew everything, just like you said. Like you thought you knew.
I mean, all it takes is be literally finding people like you.
Yeah.
And hopefully like people like to read it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Not like Tommy though.
Not like Tommy. Tommy.
We love Tommy.
We love you, Tommy.
No, he's listening, right?
Yeah.
It's cool mainly to see someone. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
It's cool to see like people who are like as passionate about things. Yeah, who are like-minded, because in my city it's really a rarity, you know.
Yeah.
Well, if you look at the team, and you'll meet a lot of people just this weekend. Like we're all close in age. We're all like hungry.
Yeah.
You know?
And I was hired to be, because when I used to do modeling, I was always like the guy, like the next door guy or whatever, like Taylor Swift songs, you know, that kind of stuff. So with the
next story, yeah.
So with the when the railroad industry came out in the 1800s, they become ultimately rich, right? But what they spent their money on was buying new trains, new engines for it, and new tracks in the U.S. What they didn't think about is that was their what and how, but it wasn't their why, right? So if they look at it that way, then they would have figured out then they're in the mass travel industry, like, you know, to get people from A to B, but in the mass sense. So when the airplanes came out, they all went bankrupt because the airplanes took over, right?
Yeah.
But if they would have if they would have looked into it as a whole, that okay, now we have railroad, and we should leverage and we should build also airplanes, you know, or get into the airplane industry, then it would have been still best, because now maybe at all, just like we have the railroads, not railroads, but like the trains at Tampa and all the airports, they might have then built those for the airplanes, and they connected them, and maybe have the airplane in like a small city or even in Tampa, the airplane lands at the airport and the train takes them to St. Pete, for example.
Yeah, exactly.
So they could have built it out like that, and then they would own the world still, but they just look at it as one little, So that's what I mean. So that's right now just our how and what. It doesn't mean this is going to be it. It might be gone in like 5 years. So you're like kind of already setting your weights, right? So and then about education. Anyway, just do some little intro, because it's pretty amazing that you actually, you know, took the time and flew out. Some people don't even show up to their interview. You actually flew out, you know, at 4 a.m. from home to come all the way here and stay here for 2 days just to learn more about the company for the position. So go ahead.
Yeah, the main thing is I would say your business culture is really appealing. Just watching how everybody has their own roles and how they kind of, even at times, step out of those roles to basically for the greater good of the company.
Keep going. Forgot because it got darker. I'm
Yeah, it did get a lot darker.
Yeah.
So basically, I've realized that in my location, you guys don't know too much about Newport News. Have you ever been to like Virginia Beach, anything, Williamsburg?
No.
Know about Colonial Williamsburg?
No.
It's about as exciting as it gets. So basically, in Newport News, on the East Coast, Virginia Beach is actually one of the 15 fittest cities in America. I was really surprised to find that out, but 45 minutes away from that is where I live, and it's not too fit. You know, it's not. You don't have to. It's not like Florida where people are always on the beach and whatnot. So we basically tailor to an older demographic, and I've succeeded in that demographic, special populations and whatnot.
I most likely won't put you on camera. Like this whole experiencing the 20-minute revolution and stimulating and all that. I gotta show you.
I write what I want to post on this side, have an idea, and then I fit them into these little squares, and this is basically our Instagram feed.
Yeah, this is our Instagram feed. Whatever I put on here, I just copy and paste and I put it into the Facebook.
Congratulations on your sign-up last night.
Like this is the guy that we were talking about, right?
Oh, this is like tomorrow. Nice, that's awesome. So is he going to be your journey client?
So this is tomorrow.
Yes.
What is this?
Cool. Maybe Saturday.
So, were you guys able to record it by the way?
Perfect. Yeah, she nailed it. All the reflections, everything. I got 2 takes off of it. She literally, I just shot 2 takes and she got both takes.
So what's the plan? So I told them that we're gonna edit one version, and then we're gonna also send them like a raw one, so they can do whatever they want with it too, because they also filmed something.
I made the 60-second B-roll one you saw. I thought it was a lot stronger than the one that had longer.
Yeah, no, it was.
Even though it's shorter.
Well, we just did the text.
A little stronger, I want to do it with just the text, but not the description. By the way, the description, and I read the feedback, and it's good feedback. And I know that usually you don't do that traditionally, put too much text up because of the reasons they said. I was seeing it as more of a look. So sometimes there's effects where there's like writing in the background or like print, and it's legible and there's actual information on there, but it's not really for you to necessarily read. If you are interested or it piques your interest, you can pause it and read it. But that's how I kind of was seeing it. I left it long enough, most of them, to kind of get a good idea, but the main thing was I just wanted you to read the title. Yeah. It's like, oh, it does cellulite too? Yeah. And if you're interested in that piques your interest, and you put pause and you read. Yeah. But,
which is good, and everything, but remember on Facebook the way we don't advertise is to actually come up with subtitles, because people usually watch it without voice at their work. So the subtitles will just run as it goes through, instead of those boxes. You know what I mean? And it would be like them two texts. That's why it would be too much. I mean, I think Jen said it or somebody, but that's fine. I don't care about that. But it would be like double the text, one this way, one this way, you know? And people are gonna be like this. Yeah, but other than that, yeah, it's great. About like 70% of our videos are watching muted. Yeah, and exactly. So, but they all read they have the caption on though. You know what I mean? Like
the caption automatic when we put.
Hey Tommy, why are we here today?
Picking up some awesome clothes.
And also socks for our clients. Do we know yet if we might be able to do this or no?
It's going to be one of those things we get a sample of that in and just
see it. Okay.
Typically the way socks are done, it's done with sublimation.
Because we're thinking on putting it our client. Hey Tommy, why are we here today?
Picking up some awesome clothes.
And also socks for our clients.
Hold this angle right here for maybe say another 4 or 5 reps, but after a while he just starts going down to the floor and not able to create anything else, then you know that he's done and he's completely fatigued. So big part, maybe find ways to extend your sets, whether it's dropping the power or maybe just focusing on an eccentric part of the exercise to just create more challenge, to extend it. So you don't have to do multiple sets of like say 10 or 12 reps, like get all of it in at one set, just with whatever they can. Just get a little creative with how you do that. And it's always going to depend on the client. Yeah.